I'm Sara Jo Watkins, and I've been the organist here since from October 1965 through February of 2014, which is about 48 years.
Long time.
Yeah, long time. And I finally got too old to play. And Kathleen Reed was the organist when we came here, and W.H. Ashburn was the music director. They were both interim, supposedly. So Kathleen, she was supposed to be my assistant or substitute or something. Well, she never could play when I was going to be out. So I don't know what they did. They got back from Athens or something. And W.H. stayed on for a good while longer. And our organ was located in a pit down at the front of the sanctuary facing the choir. And I used the rearview mirror to see the ushers come down the aisle.
And the church still has that.
I have it.
That's right, you got it. Yeah,
I've got that rearview mirror, so y'all, when I'm dead, y'all can have it back. And our organ pipes, when we finally had the organ worked on, we found out that a lot of the pipes were over in the wall on the right, facing the choir.
Yeah, above the baptistry. Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they were lying on their sides and every which way. And the Zimmer Company came in 1970 and rebuilt the organ. And they utilized, I think, practically all the pipes we already had and then added a whole lot. And the pipes that are across the front at that time were not speaking pipes. Some of them were meant to be, but they were just dummies for all intents and purposes. They just hung there. And so they remained unspeaking until the organ was rebuilt another time.
And that was in my tenure. I don't remember what year that was.
Anyway, I said, let's let all these pipes that are supposed to be speaking pipes, that were made to be speaking pipes, let's let them speak. And so the men that redid the organ did. And so all the pipes that are here say something.
They do.
I'm Elsie Monk, and our family moved here in June of 1983. And we visited Madison Baptist, and we liked it. And I wanted to be in the choir because I always had to play the piano. So I came up, I just told Carrie Pitts, the director at the time, that I wanted to be in the choir. And so a few months went by, and one afternoon I came up to the church because I had been wanting to play the Mason and Hamlin piano that was here, because I knew it was just wonderful. I love the way it sounded.
It is.
And it is a wonderful piano to play. And but anyway, I brought my music up, and I was playing one afternoon, and Carrie Pitts came in and said, "Oh, didn't know you could play the piano." I said, "I didn't want anybody to know. I wanted to sing in the choir." So the very next Sunday, I played the piano, and I played for, and I still play, like the offertory and on the hymns, and it means a great deal to me to get to do that on Sunday. And
whenever we allow her to.
Yeah. What? And Sara Jo and I played piano and organ duets. We always kind of battled. She always wanted to play Brahms or Mozart, and I wanted to play Leaning on the Everlasting Arms. And but we've had a great time through the years playing.
And y'all
together.
play beautifully. Yes, you do.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I'm David Shytle. My family moved here. Strangely enough, these two next to me were on the committee that came down to Arlington Georgia, where I was serving as music and youth for about 6 years there, and it was time for a change. And then lo and behold, we wound up here, and my first Sunday or first day on the position was June 1st, 1998, and served to March 2014, almost 16 years, and had just a wonderful time. I've always said, and always, I'm gonna retire here, but God had a different change in my life, and that's okay. But it's the wonderful things that I've experienced here is like the organ. The organ was rebuilt, and it was from a 9.5 rank Zimmer and Roeder took it over, and they rebuilt it to like a 16 rank instrument. Then the piano, the Mason Ham, was almost 100 years old, and it was time for a rebuild. So it was a joy to see. I still got pictures on my phone of them taking that thing out and bringing it back, and it'll continue for another 100 years beyond our time. But it was always a joy to serve here and watch the music ministry grow. When I first came, our church has always been, and I call it our church because it still is, the family is still connected to me. It was always very traditional. And this church, I think, will always be. But I found, and both of y'all found, that it was fun to discover other people that had other gifts, and we kind of mixed it up from time to time in the services.
Different performers, different types of performers.
Yeah, that's true.
This church has, since I've been here, has always been blessed with very, very talented people.
Mm-hmm.
We have several pianists. We have several people who can play guitar.
Yeah.
We have several people in our congregation who sing beautifully. So we are and have been blessed to have wonderful talent.
Man, I've always said in this county, and I'm biased, that this has always been the best choir that I've ever worked with. That I was honored
We have
to
a
stand
very
in front of.
balanced choir.
Mm-hmm. It is.
May not always be large in numbers, but strong in voice.
That's right. That's right.
So tell us some of your memories, some of your favorite cantatas or favorite things that happened, each one of you, during the time that you were at Madison Baptist.
Oh, we've done so many beautiful cantatas. I remember the ones by John Peterson that we did. No Greater Love at Easter
Night of
time.
Miracles.
Night of Miracles at Christmas. Well, probably one or two others. But my favorite one was the one we did a few years ago. What's the name of it?
Oh, I cannot remember. I know what you're talking about.
And the one that played Mary, and it was pregnant at the time, and Mary was pregnant.
Lindsay Peaster.
Lindsay Peaster, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just beautiful. I still want to do that cantata again sometime.
Yeah. Sarah Jo's always been to doing that. And I think at that time,
Mark
Rolling.
sang in it, sang a solo in it, and one that was very fitting for him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I think one incredible moment, I believe, is the name of that.
I think it is
I think
One
that was
Incredible
it.
Moment.
Yeah, that was a special moment for some reason. It just all the elements came together for that one.
Everybody seemed to be real touched by that.
Yeah, but what's your good old Peterson?
Yeah, Night of Miracles is my favorite
Mm-hmm.
of all time. It's my favorite.
I can still play the first line of
Yes.
it by memory.
And I was the interim director.
Mm-hmm. Before I came.
For a while.
Before David got here, and so didn't we do Night of Miracles?
I don't know.
When I was here, or we just pulled out different pieces, from that.
We may have done that.
It's fun when you're interim because you can do what you want to.
Yeah. Well, it was always fun too because I would pull out during the 16 years that I had been here. I'd pull out music that Elsie had purchased while she was, and she pulled out some beautiful anthems, and I will always remember them. And
Oh, I
yeah.
still get kidded about it. Sweet Beulah Land.
Yeah, Sweet Beulah, that was a big one.
Yeah, that was a big one.
And we've sung that several times during my tenure
Mhm.
with funerals. Sure did. Sure did.
That's one of my favorites. I like
Yeah.
that.
When it's good, you just want to use it a lot.
But one of the funny things I enjoyed is during the moment that we're in the, it might be at the 8:45 early service or 11 o'clock, but most time 11 o'clock, then all of a sudden, boom, on the organ. We all look over to Sarah Joe like, what happened? And the hymn book may have fallen or something like that.
I may even stepped on a pedal a time or two.
It happens. It does.
Anything funny that can happen, or I don't know if necessarily funny, but
You know, I've always said
things you don't want to happen.
we
It's
need to
happened to me
put
on that
together a
organ.
little book of oopses in the Baptist church in the music department.
Now you
It'd be good.
mentioned, all right, Carrie Pitts. And of course, I knew Carrie Huddleston, but before Carrie Pitts, I think it wasn't Dick Burrell.
Well,
Mark
he was-
Feltman.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, because Dick was during that heyday of back in the 70s or early 60s.
But he
or
was still
so.
in college.
And then was it Mike Feltman after him? And then Carrie
Yeah.
Pitts?
Oh,
and
we
then
had
Carrie
some.
Huddleston?
Well, there was one or two others also. Jack Ray.
Yeah, that's right. I remember seeing his name on music upstairs.
That was a lot before me. I remember that.
But yeah,
was a
Dick
lot.
Burrell was during that heyday of youth choirs that was very big, and so he was here during his time at UGA studying, and he brought a lot of those people who are older now, but brought them through that youth choir stage here at the church.
Was that Russell Kirby and
Russell
Connie
Kir-
Shepherd?
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Do you know Dick Burrell? Or of him or anything?
Not
He
for-
sings with the Sons of Jubal.
Sons of Jubal. Mm-hmm.
And last time they were here, he's the son-in-law of Regina and Wilson Broach.
Mm-hmm.
It was his wife. His wife died a couple of years ago. She had